Later in the prison, Gabimaru remembered the examiner words to him, that despite saying he wanted to be killed, but when it's time to die, he always resists. Well, the examiner was right. Gabimaru has been resisting by hardening his muscles, which made the sword to break. Gabimaru was wondering why he didn't want to die, because to him, he has no attachments to life. He then made up his mind that tomorrow's execution, he will end it all and stop resisting. His next execution was death by boiling, also known as death by cauldron. It uses a large quantity of oil, because oil combusts at a temperature over 370 degrees. However, it could not be kept boiling long in the earthen used during the Edo period. No matter how hot the oil is, Gabimaru wasn't able to die. He kept on wondering why he had been enduring all the execution, since he had no lingering attachment to life, because he should be empty. This time around, he was taken to an underground building for his next execution. He told the executioner that he was already getting tired of the execution. The man laughed at Gabimaru while he told him that the next execution would shut him up. When Gabimaru arrived, he was surprised at what he saw. His executioner this time around was his examiner. She is a sword tester sent from Edo, the executioner Yamada Asemum Sajiri. Yamada Asemum is the trade name of the Yamada clan Ronin, who have served as sword testers and executioners for generations. They are master swordmen capable of testing swords and beheading criminals with a single blow. The shogunate has charged her with Shinobi Gabimaru execution, because he said that he wanted someone to kill him. She then decides to grant him his wish by becoming his executioner. At that moment, Gabimaru felt his head being cut off by her sword. He immediately realized that she was the real deal. He instinctively broke the cuffed wood, because he himself could sense danger. Before he could blink his eye, she arrived behind him, but he instinctively dodged her attack, avoiding a fatal blow to his neck. She told him that he'd have died if he hadn't moved. For the first time during his execution, a sword was able to leave a mark on Gabimaru's neck. Through her job, she was present during the final moment of many criminals, and a person's true nature is reflected in the blade. And some lie to themselves and claim to have accepted death. She told Gabimaru the Hollow that there is certainly a great emptiness inside of him, and that she was certain of it after listening to him describe his history in the prison. But he lied about one thing, and that is him not having an attachment to life. She told him that he loves his wife. To Gabimaru, his wife is the reason he wants to live. That's why he has been instinctively surviving all the execution. The executioner was right. Gabimaru kept lying to himself. He couldn't die during his executions because of his feelings for her. Gabimaru just kept telling himself that he had no attachments to life. Gabimaru shouted out that he had no attachments and that she knew nothing about the world he had lived in because he is a hollow. He then remembered his wife's words. She told him that Hebus not a hollow because he was kind. After all, he was the only one who hadn't repulsed her face. Her father burned her face so that she would give up on trying to live like an ordinary woman. His wife told him that people's hearts don't die easily. She then gave him a kiss, and Gabimaru began to blush. That was proof that Gabimaru had a good side to him, and that he truly loved his wife. Gabimaru kept on fighting with the examiner, saying that he was a monster, and no matter how she tried, he could never be human. Before his execution, he had already promised himself to quit making a living by killing people, and that him and his wife would live a normal and peaceful life, like ordinary people. The examiner immediately brought out a book, and it contains an official pardon. Not only does it dismiss all charges, but it will even grant him the shogun's protection. With pardon, neither the magistrate's office nor the village shinobi cowled harm him. But it comes with a condition, which is that he would go to the underworld. The underworld is the other side, and it's a place of no return. There is land brimming with fertility and joy, where there is no pain. Shinsenkyo, believe in. Since ancient time, people have called it paradise, the other side, and heaven. It was said to be far to the southwest, beyond the Ryukyu kingdom. It's said that the immortality-granting elixir of life can be found in Shinsenkyo. The shogunate sent a search party there to acquire the elixir. However, 5 more expeditions were sent, but no one returned, except for the things they became. The head of the shogunate believed the land was real, so he told his people to choose expendable people for the next expedition, and they should gather criminal condemned to death around the country and send them to the island. And whoever bring back the elixir of life will be pardoned. Since the day Gabimaru was captured, his wife closed herself off and hasn't spoken to anyone because she believed he would return. Traveling to a mysterious island with heinous criminals condemned to death and competing with them for a pardon is the only way for him to be reunited with his wife. Gabrimu had no choice but to accept the offer to find the elixir of life.